Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me here today. As you can tell from the title of the video, this video is about harnessing our strengths and being okay with talking about them. This video is inspired by a conversation that I had with some friends back in Chico. So I'll just give you a little preview of that. So I was in the car with two of my friends, and we'll say the girl's name's Tiffany. Tiffany was telling a story about like an interaction she had with someone, something along those lines. And she stopped before she told the story, and she's like, you know, I don't mean to sound cocky, but I'm a really good communicator. And I remember pausing her, and I don't remember my exact words, but I remember saying, like, you know, Tiffany, you are a really good communicator. Like, you don't have to apologize or, like, you know, state that you're not conceited by identifying that strength, something along those lines. And then she went on and told her story, and it all kind of flowed together, like why she said that, and then about the story. It was about her interacting with someone. And it made me think just about how we don't like to talk about ourselves, and that in a positive way. And when we do talk about ourselves in a positive way, we feel like we have to lay this foundation of like, okay, I'm not conceited, but like there's this something that the strength that I have that I'm identifying. And I think the society in which we live in has made us feel like we can't talk good about ourselves because it's just pointed at all of our negatives. And I guess I just want to make this video to share with all you, and to remind myself as well that, like, it's okay to talk positively about ourselves, and it's okay to identify our strengths. And if anything, we should do it more often. We all have strengths and we all have weaknesses, and it's easy to us to point out all of our weaknesses, but for some reason we don't like talking about our strengths as much. And you know, we all have different strengths. It's not a competition, it's not a race, it's not a comparison, right? There may be someone who is really good at communicating, maybe you're not, but that doesn't mean you can't become a good communicator, and vice versa. Maybe you have some kind of strength that they don't, but either way, it's not a comparison. We all have different strengths, and these strengths are what allowed us to live in the world that we live in today. If we all had the same strengths, we wouldn't have evolved in all these different ways. And yeah, so just being okay with talking about our strengths and harnessing them. I like to think about strengths as superpowers. Like, we have these superpowers, and we're all these superheroes, and we all are going to use these superpowers to save the world and help the world. And so if anything, we should talk about them more. And there's a big difference between being narcissistic and conceited and then just identifying some of our strengths. And we should help create an environment within our communities, within our families, within our friend groups, that allow people to feel safe sharing their strengths and not feeling like they're coming off conceited, because we all have strengths. You know, we're able to tell our friends all the things that we may not like about ourselves, but why can't we do the opposite? Why can't we tell each other how much we love ourselves, or the parts of ourselves that we do love? So after this video is over, just take a minute to identify some of your strengths, and don't be scared about identifying them to others. You know, it's like, you know, kind of think about it as a way, as like a job interview, right? Like, clearly when you hang out with your friends, you're not in an interview, but like when you go in a job interview, they want to hear about you, right? They want to hear about your strengths, and so they want you to talk about yourself. And it's an environment in which maybe some people feel safe and some people don't, but it's an environment in which, like, you're supposed to talk about yourself because you want to tell them why you want to hire me, right? And so we can do it in some settings, we can do it in other settings. We can tell our friends the things that we love about ourselves, and we can tell our classmates or whatever, like, oh, I'm like a really good communicator, maybe I can help you with that, or I'm really good at cooking, I think I can help you with that, or whatever it is. Just identifying our strengths and using them, and not feeling like we have to tell people that we're not conceited by identifying them, because we all have strengths. So let's identify them, let's harness them, let's use them to better the world and better ourselves and better each other, because that's why we were given them. We were given our strengths for a reason, and as I said before, we can build the areas in our life that we're not so strong in, like a muscle. We just got to keep on working at it. So after this video is over, to think about 5 strengths that you possess. We all have them. If you can think of more, name more, but at least 5. Try getting 5, and just trying to get your brain thinking in this way of positive thinking towards ourselves. So I hope this video was helpful for any of you out there. If anyone feels uncomfortable talking about your strengths, it's something that comes with practice. So just keep on practicing, keep on practicing. And if you're ever around a group of people who make you feel uncomfortable by identifying your strengths, I would personally really look at who you're hanging around and see if they're making you feel like the best you. And if they're not, you know, peace, love, send them, but you know, it's okay to separate yourself, because we want to surround ourselves with people who make us feel good and who people want to build us up, not people that just want to point out our flaws, because we do that enough for ourselves. So surround yourself with people who are going to make you feel safe with doing that, and maybe you'll inspire others around you to do the same. So I love you guys all so much. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. If you're new to my channel, please press the red subscribe button. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and everyone push the notification bell so you get notified every time I make a new video. I love you guys all so much. Let's continue to make this a better world together. Bye.